Hey guys, Nabil here. We have more news about Street Fighter 6. We have more news about one specific character in Street Fighter 6, and it's Ken Masters. Not only that, we have news about comics if you are a fan of Street Fighter comics. So before we unpack all that, gentle reminder to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I drop a new video. Now, as I said in my previous video, Game Informer had the chance to sit down with Street Fighter 6 producer Nakayama-san and Matsumoto-san and see and talk about Street Fighter 6, and they specifically wanted to speak about Ken. Now, Ken, or as many of you are calling him, Hobo Ken, looks completely different in Street Fighter 6, and there's a reason behind it. Now Ken looks completely different in the game. Well, first of all, he looks great, but he looks, you know, they call him Hobo Ken. He's not really Hobo, but he's actually hiding. And now we have more information about that. But let's talk first about the reason why they wanted to do that. Well, it actually seems that Capcom wants to give Ken a new goal, something that's going to push him to find his fiery persona again, to find a reason to fight, because he's been having an easy life compared to other characters, and now whatever happens, which we're going to talk about here in a second, is actually going to push him to give him another reason to fight. Now, if you're not a fan of Ken's look, and I understand that, well, you'll be happy to know that just like Ryu and Chun-Li, Ken has his classic costume as well. And we have our first look at it here, and it looks glorious. We also see Ryu and Chun-Li's classic costumes briefly in action here, but Ken looks amazing. He's sporting his red crimson gi that he has been wearing since the first Street Fighter game, and that looks amazing. So again, the reason Nakayama said is they wanted to give him a reason to step up. We want to create that kind of plot line that explains why Ken is important and gives him that purpose. The story will be tied to those other characters close to him. And speaking about story, it was also revealed that Capcom has teamed up with the talented guys of Udon Comics to create a 4-part comic series that is official to the game. The script is written, story details by both Capcom and Udon, and it's going to revolve around Ken, and we're gonna know exactly what happened to him. And we have our first look at some of the pages, and the art looks amazing. It looks really like a manga more than a comic, and I cannot wait to know more about this. And this is again canon, but the good thing and the crazy thing is that Nakayama said they're working together. He said this is the first time that we're doing this kind of comic book series that's closely tied to the story of the main game. We're working very closely with our partners at Udon. We're providing the script and the storyline of what to expect before the events of Street Fighter 6. They're going to be helping us create the storylines. This is amazing. Beyond that, they're even working into possible spin-offs as well and collaborating with the scriptwriters on the team, so there may be more stuff beyond just the initial comic book series. So it seems like this is the beginning of something great. I cannot wait for that. I love Udon Street Fighter comics. I love Street Fighter mangas. I love Street Fighter in general. To have these two, you know, give us something canon for once is incredibly exciting. And also I cannot wait for the other comics that are coming from Udon, which are set in the Udon universe, and which is also amazing. Now, always speaking about story, we now know that the arcade mode is going to have some sort of prologues done or told in beautiful art. As you can see, this is the first one we're seeing it. It's Ken, and it says, "Who's behind the terrorist bombing? Questions surrounding the champ." So we have, this is the first image showing Ken on his knees, apprehended by the police, and then we have this one showing Hobo Ken. I hate to call him that. Showing Ken in his Street Fighter 6 costume, drinking some coffee, and this is part of the game. So the story goes, just part of it now, is that he was blamed for some sort of terrorist attack, which he didn't do, and he's hiding from the authorities right now. He can't even talk to his wife or child or son Mel, who's going to appear, by the way, in the Street Fighter 6 Ken comic book series, as well as Luke. So we don't know how this whole thing plays, but we will know soon enough. And I love again that they're pushing the story here. So that looks, so the World tour is not the only way you're gonna learn about the story of Street Fighter 6. So this is exciting. I cannot wait for this game to come out. We don't have a release date yet. It's still stated for 2023. Rumors is around April or after April 2023. So hopefully we'll know soon enough. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section what do you think about all that we talked about today. And if you're a fan of Street Fighter 6, if you're a fan of Street Fighter and stories, don't forget to check the Street Fighter Story Explained series that I'm working on. 3 episodes have been released. Link is in the description as well as above this video. Now until next time, thank you guys for watching.